And yes, so now we will have our next speaker. So Ace, as it's here. So or Aziz, developer relation engineer at AsyncAPI, who's going to talk about zero to hero with Async API. Are you ready?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, let's go. Zero to hero, one letter, but what a difference.
Hello everyone. I'm Elegbede Azeez, and I'm currently, a big fan of AsyncAPI and what it has to offer in future. Pretty excited for this talk, and I'm like so happy, to be given the opportunity to preach the gospel about AsyncAPI with you guys. Like, so let's get right into it. So in today's talk, I'm going to be taking you guys from zero to hero in AsyncAPI, right? So let's get started. So a little bit introduction about me. I've said it before. I'm a developer relations engineer, and I am also an individual contributor at AsyncAPI. So what is AsyncAPI? So basically, AsyncAPI is a specification and an ecosystem of tools to define and work with event-driven architectures. So, and why, like, there has to be a reason why AsyncAPI is like a thing, right? So, and in my whole like basic understanding, I felt AsyncAPI is actually driven by the lack of tooling in the message-driven API. Like, if you look at RESTful APIs, right, you see all these awesome tools that you can use to like build your RESTful API that can help you like do awesome stuff with RESTful APIs. But when you look at like if you start doing event-driven architectures or message-driven APIs, you see like there are lack of tools, right? So and AsyncAPI is here to stop that and like build awesome tools that can make your life easy while building message-driven APIs. So basically, I feel so. REST APIs have open APIs, and message-driven APIs have AsyncAPI. So when somebody asks me, oh, what is AsyncAPI, and I don't want to like start saying all this technical stuff, then I ask, you familiar with RESTful APIs? And they say, yes, why not? I'm okay. I know RESTful APIs, and I say, yes. So you know Open API, right? And they're like, yeah, why not? I know Open API, and I'm like, okay, so what's the way Open API makes developing RESTful API so easy is the same way AsyncAPI makes message-driven API so easy. So AsyncAPI is actually the version of Open API, but for message-driven APIs, right? So let's get into it. Let's say more. So the AsyncAPI specification, like, what is the purpose, right? So you can use it to develop event-driven microservices, IoT, kind of things, streaming APIs, and pretty much all kind of APIs, at least. And the specification actually like supports all kind of brokers like AMQP, Kafka, WebSocket, MQTT, HTTP. Like, to be awesome, why not? Any kind of protocol. So the specification actually has like the way OpenAPI has its own specification, the AsyncAPI also has its own, right? And I think the four most common ones is actually the info schema, the servers, channels, and the components, right? So those are like the most used one. So why don't I show you guys how it works? Like, let's see some magic. Let's see some action, right? So I'm gonna open a new tab, and we're gonna see how AsyncAPI works. I'm pretty nervous, right? So you guys should please bear with me. So I have this folder created for API days. Sorry. Okay, so first and first, before you start, before you start building with AsyncAPI, you need to first create your AsyncAPI.yaml file, or if you love JSON, it can be a JSON file in your case, right? So AsyncAPI.yaml. Oh, sorry, type it. AsyncAPI.yaml. We are going to define our specification, right? So we're going to make it quick because we don't have enough time. So let's say AsyncAPI, which is the first thing you have to like define when you're writing your specification. So we're going to use the version 2.4 rather. So we can define the info schema. That's the information about our application. So we're going to give it a title of streetlight. So, and we give we have to like tell what version of our application are we building, right? So we have given a version. Let's say we have the first version, then version 1. Then what next? So we need to define. We need to tell AsyncAPI, oh, what server are we going to use, right? Is it MQTT? Is it HTTP? Is it WebSocket? So in this case, we'll be using MQTT. So we need to specify the server object. And we're going to like tell AsyncAPI we are using a development server. So we specify what type of server we are building on. So we say we are building a development server. So in your case, it can be any kind of server. It can be a production server. You can name it anything you like. It doesn't have to be development or production. You can typically name it anything. So we have to specify the URL. So that's where our server is sitting. So we're going to use test.mosquito.org. So we need to like find the protocol. So like, as I said earlier, we're using MQTT, right? So in your case, it can be any kind of protocol. It can be WebSocket. So we give it a description. So we just call it, this is the server, right? Server. So this is the server. Then that's it. Now we need to like define our channels, right? So and I feel if most of you that have done, use OpenAPI to build your RESTful APIs will be familiar with this approach. So we define our channels, and we have to create our first channel, right? So in this particular aspect, because I'm building a street light, right? So I want to have a channel for turning on the street light, right? So and I have a channel called turn on. So I have my channel, and now I need to say what this channel is doing, right? This is a published channel. I want you to turn the street light on. So I want to publish an event. Publish. Then I can specify, the message. So please have it in mind, this is just a basic use case of AsyncAPI. You can actually use it to build more sophisticated applications than this. So we have a message, then we give our message a description, right? Description of our message is just this is the turn on message, right? So this is a simple description. Then we define our payload. That's the message payload rather, which is a type of object. So we define the property. You don't have to like do all these steps, right? So I'm just trying to like go a little bit in depth. So we define properties. Then we give our property an ID, right? So an ID of type string So your ID might have a type of an integer, right? So it doesn't have to be a string. Then we description of this is the street lights ID, right? So an example of our ID. So we can specify what kind of ID we're using, for example. So an example is this. You can just say street lights 001. So this is now we have like an AsyncAPI file, a very, very basic one. And in order to test this AsyncAPI file, so we have a playground called Studio, right? Which you can use to test your AsyncAPI file and say a real-time generation of a real-time documentation generation for your AsyncAPI file, right? So we load the Studio. Sorry. Studio, right? So we have the Studio and we can paste it here. So you see, and the one thing about the Studio is this, it helps you know where you're having issues with your what's it called? Okay, with your AsyncAPI file, right? So it says we have a bad indentation. Okay. Hold on, give me a few seconds. Oh. So we need to fix this. Hold on. Sorry for the delay. Okay. Yeah, so oh, something crazy is going on. I'm trying to fix this YAML format. Okay. Oof, live coding, huh? Format. It's weird. Oh, I'm running out of time. Okay. I'm having issues here. So it says we have a bad indentation. Trying to fix it. Sorry. Okay. Says um, payload should be in the same level as missing the description. Okay. Didn't plan for this. Sure. Just weird. Oh. It's my time. Servers. Still users. Not teach. Something. Please. Okay. Sorry for the delay, guys.
No issues, Ace. No worries. The thing is, someone said you should put servers with an S.
Actually, do what?
Servers with an S. like, yeah.
Servers. Servers. Shit. Now I'm getting a bunch of errors. Oh, I didn't plan for this.
Yeah, we're asking Maciej to join.
Yeah, hello everyone.
Hello, Maciej. So can we do some pair programming here?
Yeah. So okay, the
Yeah,
channel,
cool.
the turn on publish is okay. The publish message. You should probably change the payload type to the object with the small letter, not the big one, and then adjust the ID. Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Mashik.
Hello. Do you hear me?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, but
Yeah, I can hear
do
you,
hear
Mashik.
me? Okay, so you should change the type of the
Yeah,
payload
I do
to
hear
the
you. I do
object
hear
with
you.
the small letter. Yeah, and make the indentation in the properties to ID to the left, one left. And then examples. Yeah, but example is also valid. And it works.
Oh. Sorry, that was pretty messed up.
No problem.
No problem. That happens. First, the demo effect, then like mistakes we make on our own, like are impossible to find. You could have taken 3 hours to solve it. So.
Definitely. Yeah, I got nervous. Yeah, so thanks to Mashik, we're able to like resolve the issue. So we have the server, the AsyncAPI file up and running, right? And thanks to the generator, we were able to like notice we have some indentation and some issues with the specified specification. So now we have to like
Ace,
generate. So we
Ace,
have
we have 5 minutes.
Hi.
I know, but please tell us what you can do in the next 5 minutes. Okay.
Okay. So because I'm out of time, guys, so I would really love to like have demoed the entire thing. But now after we've generated the specification, so we have a tool called generator. So and thanks to the generator can help us, generate a project based on the AsyncAPI file specification. We have a lot of generators, right? We have the HTML generator, Markdown, and so on. But in my case, I won't be able to like demo the rest of the presentation. But in my case, I was going to use the Node.js generator, and it's pretty easy. You just have to like install the package and just copy this code here to help you, generate your project, right? So it has AG, and this particular part here is a reference to where your AsyncAPI file is. So it can be somewhere on the server or on your laptop, and you just specify the generator here. You want to use generator template, and you can specify which server. In my case, I only have a production server, a development server rather. So in my case, I will be referencing to the development server. Then in no time, the generator generates my Node.js project. Then I can just run npm start. Then voila, like I have my project up and running. Then from there, you become an AsyncAPI hero. Basically, very, very easy with less stress, right? So I'm pretty not happy because I ran into some issue, and this is my first live, demo in a project, and it didn't go pretty well as expected. So that's basically everything.
Yeah, again, Ace, no worries. Again, it happened to everyone. Again, and it shows that programming is actually it's a teamwork. That shows that it's a teamwork, and yeah, we do better when more eyes look at this. And this is why AsyncAPI is also a community, right? And Maciet, I think we pronounce it like that. Sorry if I don't pronounce it well. Was there, and again, so so you can see that the AsyncAPI community is a vibrant community and helpful community. And again, we'll love to have you again to show you so you can show us the full workflow. No worries.
Okay, thanks so much, Mehdi.
No worries, Ace. It was great to have you. Thank you for showing us that the path, the workflow, and yeah, we'll love to have you for another event.
Yeah, thank you so much.